Today's football feature is presently taking the world by storm. This player has already scored 11 goals in his opening 7 games at Man City, failing to score in only one outing so far. Yes, we know you know who we're talking about. Hello and welcome to today's video, where we'll discuss everything we know about Erling Haaland and why he's currently the face of the Premier League. The Norwegian striker is a phenomenal talent known for his athleticism, speed, and finishing. He burst into the football scene as a teenager and quickly positioned himself as the next best thing after Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi, and sliced bread. As we all know, the prolific striker made a 2-goal Premier League debut for Manchester City in a 2-0 win against West Ham and has been embarrassing goalkeepers ever since. Scoring in debuts has never been a challenge for the Norwegian striker. You'll get to see as the video progresses. No other player has hit the back of the net as often as he has, having notched 132 goals in his last 133 games. How impressive is that? The Man City super striker is constantly making clinical decisions on the pitch and scaring defenders into making mistakes. All of this while playing for the best team around. The scoring machine is the face of Manchester City, and he's currently all over the news for possibly breaking the Premier League record for goals scored in one season. It's safe to say that Erling Haaland is the best striker currently living, and here's what we know about him so far. Erling braut Haaland was born in Leeds, England on the 21st of July 2000, which makes him 22 years old. He plays for Manchester City and is on the Norwegian national team. The unstoppable beast is one of the best players in the world, and he's only just getting started. As a child, along with playing football, Haaland took on other sports, including handball, golf, and track and field. He also reportedly achieved a world record in his age category for the standing long jump when he was 5, with a record of 1.63 meters in 2006. The football wizard seems to have inherited his zest for sports from his parents, who just so happen to be professional sportsmen. Now, unless you've been living under a rock for the past few seasons, you'd know that Haaland is the son of Norwegian former Nottingham Forest, Leeds United, and Manchester City defender Alfie Haaland. His mom was a former heptathlon athlete, Marita Braut. Sports run through the veins of Haaland's family members because of his cousin, Jonathan Braut Bruins, is also a professional footballer who became the youngest player ever to feature for Brian in a game against KFUM Oslo at just 15 years, 9 months, and 9 days, beating the record set by Haaland just 4 days earlier. His younger cousin, Albert Haaland, is also a footballer, registering over 60 goals in under 40 games played with Molde's young team. It's only natural that with a family history filled with sports people, the younger player will be just as talented, and he's proven to be even more so than expected. In June 2022, Manchester City announced the signing of Haaland from Bundesliga team Borussia Dortmund for 51 million euros in a deal that, according to Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp, set new levels in the transfer market. Now, Haaland is already on his way to being a legend at the same club his father played as a defender. Now, let's take a glimpse at his career so far and how he got to where he is now, playing for Manchester City as the most coveted number 9 in the world. Since making his team debut at the tender age of 16, he's hit the back of the net for every team he has played for with alarming regularity, be it Molde FK, Red Bull Salzburg, Borussia Dortmund, his national team, and is now doing the same at Manchester City. He was impressive at Red Bull Salzburg. He netted a hat-trick in his debut at Salzburg, leading the Riot in his team's 6-2 win against Genk. Haaland also holds records from the Bundesliga, where he played for Dortmund. It's safe to say that he hit the ground running at Dortmund, scoring a hat-trick on his debut against Augsburg, followed by a brace in each of his next 2 games. Even though the Norwegian striker was out with an injury, the talented teenager still managed to gather a decent number of goals at Dortmund. Following his arrival in January 2020, he proceeded to score at least 2 goals in the league in 23 appearances, which include 20 braces with 2 hat-tricks, and in one game, he scored 4 goals, which is more than any other player has done in Europe Europe's Big Five leagues. He was also the first ever player to net 25 goals in his first 25 Bundesliga appearances and is the youngest and quickest player to reach a 50-goal tally in the competition. He holds the record for the youngest player with the highest goal tally in the Champions League. He's already scored for 3 clubs in the league. He's also one of the only 4 players to score in his first 5 games, but beats the other players holding this record by being the youngest player to achieve this feat. Haaland is a package deal that comes with a lot of strengths on the pitch. His strengths are pretty much a combination of Giroud and Lewandowski. He's already shown that he brings much more to Manchester City than just goals, and has already established himself as someone you can put crosses to all day, and he will deliver, cementing himself as one of the world's deadliest finishers. Furthermore, the Norwegian machine is a great header, who's also excellent in close-range finishes and one-on-one situations. As we said before, he's a complete package. The energetic young man stands just 2 inches shy of 2 meters, bullying defenders with his body build and getting the better of them. He's pacey, has an eye for goals, and his resilience makes things easier for his role in any team. Many sports fans imagine that Haaland could potentially terrorize the Premier League as the frontman for defending champions Manchester City, and those predictions are turning into reality as the Norwegian scoring machine has already notched 10 goals in his first 6 games of the season. His back-to-back hat-tricks and his goal against Aston Villa have shot him straight to the top of the Premier League scoring table. He's also currently the top scorer in the league and has put himself on the Premier League record books with accolades that other players could only dream of. According to the legend in the making, for every game he aims to score goals as early as possible because he knows his manager will sub him off before the 60th minute to preserve him and avoid injuries. Preserving the striker is the only option for Man City if they want to achieve their aim of winning the Champions League this season, and to win they need goals, which is why they brought Haaland. That much is obvious. Once again, the talented youngster is already doing precisely what City bought him for. The superhuman scorer has already netted 11 goals in only 7 games for City since his €51 million move from Dortmund, bringing his tally in the Champions League to 25 in just 20 appearances. With all these statistics, it's tempting to think that Haaland might be the talisman Pep needs to finally break the hoodoo that has been preventing him from snagging the Champions League title for the past 6 years. The season just commenced, and he's already opened with a brace in the opener with Sevilla. With Haaland on their team, the season looks promising for the English side, and if Haaland does lead Man City to win the Champions League, he will be a living legend for the club. Haaland's a poacher. That's the best word to use for a guy like him. An example of this would be his 84th minute volley in Wednesday's clash between his current unstoppable beast was in no mood to show his former club any mercy that night and made his intentions very clear when he converted a cross from the outside of Cancelo's foot that would have been too high for any other player, but not Haaland. The fact that he was at the back post did not matter to him as he automatically stuck out his long, powerful leg, sending the ball into the roof of the net in what can only be described as a phenomenal finish. The goal is his 3rd in the competition so far and has him tied at the top spot with Mbappe and Lewandowski in the race for the Champions League top goal scorer. No doubt his beautiful story is still in writing, and while City fans will hope it never ends, one must acknowledge that there will always be those down moments in football, and City can only hope that when those times come, he'll find a way to get past them. With his phenomenal skills and talent, many believe that Haaland will be a strong contender for the Ballon d'Or awards in the next couple of years if he continues like this. Who knows? Maybe he'll even beat Messi's record for most Ballon d'Ors won by a player. Speaking of Messi, click on the link in the description for a 2-part documentary about the making of the legend. We know you want to.